And we are ready to start the run, so don't go anywhere and get hyped.
Hi.
Hi.
So what donation incentive won?
Yeah, we need the incentive.
Kind of need that now, I think.
In like
Well,
30 seconds.
it's pink.
It's pink, okay. All right, so I think we can start the time. Not the timer, but the run.
Whenever you say,
Okay.
I'll push this
so
button.
I'm going to start and then I'll tell you when to start
Yes.
the timer. Okay.
Go.
No, not yet. So yeah, this is Spyro 3, Year of the Dragon. It's the OG version, as you can see. And we're doing any %, which means we're finishing the game as fast as possible. Now we start the timer, please.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Okay, and now we need the code. And what one?
Square.
Okay. Okay,
Did it work?
perfect.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
So this is Pink Spyro. This is what you donated for, thank you. I entered a cheat code, but it's a purely cosmetic cheat, so it's still a legit run because cosmetic cheats are allowed.
You did not grow as a person!
Jesus.
So yeah, in any %, we just have to go to all of the level ends, get the end of level egg, and then proceed to the next homeworld. And then we can skip into the final boss. We're gonna see 15 different levels and three bosses, which is pretty cool. And instead of collecting 100 eggs that you would need for entering the final boss area casually, we only get 19, which is...
That's right, yeah. And the max is, I think, 149? 150?
Yes.
Something like that. Not sure.
Also, yes, in loading screens, Spyro looks still normal. We have very fast loading since I'm on Peace TV.
I guess it's kind of time to break the game, maybe?
Just a bit.
Oh, okay, fine.
So yeah,
We're getting there.
yes. Cloud Spires is the first level where we actually do a big skip. You can skip to the end of the levels. Because the side areas where you can do fun little challenges for more eggs, they extend out of bounds. And so on the other side, there is a portal for this area. And then all we have to do is exit it, and then we're at the end of the level. So we only did a very small circle instead of the whole level. We would actually had to pay money bags if we had done it casually.
Right, yeah. And the idea is that you have to at least finish every level to get to the next hub world.
Correct.
Somewhat, yeah.
Because we're actually bringing one of the inhabitants back to help us building a new vehicle to fly to the next homeworld. Okay, this is good. I don't want to mess this up because I have to do it 2 more times. This is not intended. Okay.
Oh, really? Isn't it? I wasn't sure.
No! You're gonna see this more often. You can enter all of the locked portals from out of bounds, and this is what we do for the whole run. Because the devs decided the portals that need gems to be opened or have an egg requirement, there's always the portal trigger stored underneath the portal, and it's active. So we can enter all of the portals from out of bounds, as long as we know how.
Right, and whenever you have the number of eggs required, then these portal collision or trigger thing goes up to the actual portal, then
Yeah.
it's not underneath anymore.
But we will never be even close to that, since we
Yeah,
only
right.
get 1 egg per level.
Yeah, sure.
Except for that one level.
Oh, I forgot.
Do we have time for a quick donation?
Yes.
Cool. So we got $1 from Esni. I think you should know who this person is. Hello, Becky. Good luck on your run. I'm Esni from Momo.
Oh, hi.
I'm sorry, I might have mispronounced the name.
It's fine. So you have to do this again. Normally, you would fly to the other side of the cave, but I'm going backwards, and there's a trigger that actually removes the power up from you. But we can do some kind of super fly jump to get a bit more height at the end of the cave, so we can go the other way and
And you just make it up
Yes.
here, and then out of bounds things happen,
Genau.
I guess.
And you can always see, in Sunrise Spring, the first homeworld, you can always see this little mustache from the portal, and you know the mustache is your visual cue for this is where the level is. It's more difficult for the other two. But more for it later. Technically, you can do a skip in every level. The problem is, I'm not one of the pro runners. So bear that in mind, that sometimes you just see me running to the end of the level. Because I simply can't do all of the tricks.
I was kind of wondering, what did you try with the boar at the start of the level? Kind of jumped onto it.
Yeah.
Did that have a purpose?
Yeah. If you time this correctly and do the correct inputs, you can get a really high jump from it. We call it proxy. And then you can go to the end of the level. And it saves a lot of time because you skip the whole level. Okay,
Right.
now,
Yeah,
now we
sorry.
have to do the whirlwind bypass, as we call it, third time. Because we're not only under-egged all the time, we are also under-gemmed. And to play as a different character, you have to free them by paying money bags. And I don't have money, so we're doing this from out of bounds. We're doing this again.
How else would you do it, honestly?
Yes.
It's,
Okay, perfect. Oops.
So I guess it's rather evident how the swim air works, because it's really like visually clear what you do. But if you
Yeah.
want to explain it anyways,
Yeah, of
might
course.
do it.
Swimming is really, really important for this. So how water works in Spyro. It's not a body of water, it's just a plane. And so there's a swim trigger you have to activate by diving into it. And there's usually a container that keeps you in this. But when you go out of bounds, the container is gone, but the swim trigger is still active. And this means you can move around freely. So yeah, Sheila is some kind of auto-scroller escort mission, but you only have to escort the last goat to his home. There's a bit RNG about where the Rhinox move and how many Rhinox are in the last room, which is this one already. It's a short level. Yeah, Sheila's the first non-Spyro character we're playing. Okay, I got all the Rhinox, that's good. If you forget one, Bobby just doesn't move because he's too scared. Which is relatable.
So these different characters you can play were first introduced in Spyro 3?
Yes.
Right, yeah.
And yes, Sheila is still not freed, but she's here, and oops. And this was the first homeworld, and we're not gonna go back. So, bye-bye, Sunrise Spring.
Listen carefully, Houston.
Listen carefully, bye.
Yes. This is the first boss.
I heard the sorcerer.
Actually, the easiest one because the one that you can manipulate the most. Boss is programmed to not go over the edge. Oops. Okay, that was not ideal. So if you keep close to the edge, he can't move. Okay. Oops. This happened in world record runs for 117%. Just saying.
Right, so the idea is if you keep the camera away, then this ring of fire doesn't...
Yeah, for the first hit, we just have to stay close to the edge. And for the rest, we can just turn the camera so Boss can't attack us because he basically doesn't exist for the game as long as he's not visible. And if you do this all the time, then you're safe. And this is the whole fight. If you don't mess up terribly at the beginning and die, then it's actually an easy fight, I promise.
Positive vibes.
Yes.
Okay, onto the second main world out of 4. Although we technically only do all the levels in 3 of them.
There's 3 of the homeworlds, yes.
Homeworlds, yeah.
I'm on Blue Spark.
When I say
That's
hub,
good.
I mean homeworld. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just an outsider here.
This is another way of getting swim in air. It's about timing. This was too early. Okay.
Nice. Second try, so it's good, really.
Yeah. So as I said, in this homeworld you can't see where the portal is stored, but I know where it is, so I can enter it. But this is now about knowledge and not being able to see it.
Yeah, I mean, in principle, it's always below the main portal.
Yes. So if you know where the portal is, even if you can't really see it, then you're fine. Also, Bird is really annoying to control. You can make him fly faster by pressing the strive buttons. The problem is it locks your camera. Even though it makes you faster, it's harder to control. So sometimes it may look a bit awkward when I control Bird. And this is the only level where we got 2 eggs. We can't skip this middle one here. Okay.
Do we have time for another quick donation?
Yes, now is perfect time.
We've got $5 from F. Paul. No one else but F. Paul himself saying, and a hand heart for Becky. Aww. Isn't that cute?
There are certain points you have to hit. This is the only enemy you have to hit here to make the bird, the hummingbird.
Yeah, to kind of finish
come
the
over
escort
here.
mission.
Yeah. It's nice when you know that because there are a lot of enemies in this room, and when you don't know what triggers the ending of the level, it's kind of annoying. But if you know it, it's super easy because you only have to kill one.
Right. The following trick is easy. Yeah, I told you. It's not
Totally.
easy. So
Yes.
just do it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Collision is optional. Okay. I really don't like this entry. Getting out of bounds is one part of it, but turning the right way, and when you still can't see it, it's really annoying, and I'm sometimes not consistent at it. So this is a relief. This whole home world is a hit and miss for me. It can go terribly or it can go perfectly. I expect a mixture of both, to be honest. And you will see in the next levels why. No camera glitch.
So yeah, I guess there we did a damage boost to get to the end of the level faster.
Oh, right. I forgot about that. It's so easy, it's so obvious. We're skipping a money bags with it, but nobody does this. Like pay money bags, because it's super easy. And in Reignited, it's even easier, because the fish are less aggressive, and the water is always the same.
Right.
The same height.
That's easy.
Yeah. Getting on the arch is the easy part. And again, we can't see where we go, but I know where it is. Gotta see if I can get the next trick. Saves only 4 seconds, which is nice, that it only saves like this. Doesn't cost time to go for it, so we'll see. I can't see. I can't see. Okay, nope. Technically, you can still get over this roof if you know how, but I don't know how. So, but you got an idea of what I was doing here. This is what we call a squeeze proxy. You put Spyro in a place where he doesn't fit, and then it works like soap. When you squeeze it into your hands, there's a place with a lot of pressure, and you try to lower the pressure, and this is what the game does. And then it kicks Spyro out of this high pressure area, and this is how we go up. So yeah, as I said, it would have worked, it had saved me 4 seconds. It gives exactly 1 room.
Right, so in principle, proxies are about collision messing up and you get launched into the air, but of course there are different versions and how they precisely work. And
yeah. There are 3 kind of proxies, but I'm only confident with 1, so this is the only one you see. As in
movement?
as in terms of which kind. It's always a squeeze proxy when I do 1.
Speaking of proxy.
Yes. Hopefully we can
What
see
may
another
happen
one.
now?
That's a small proxy. I'm going to death abuse once here to give myself another chance to show it off. And if not, I have to do the level casually.
Which is not that much slower, really.
Yes. But it's cooler to do it. Okay.
Okay.
Oh god.
This one's rather random.
Yeah. Okay. Also, warning, at the end, there's a loud noise. So if you're wearing your headphones and they're very loud, lower it. Trust me.
Volume warning.
Yes.
Sirens going off.
We're just destroying a statue. What can go wrong? Don't say I didn't warn you.
Now, what I like about most proxies in this run, it's a really intuitive concept. Like, this enemy falls onto you, and you, in some way, it's kind of weird. In some way, you expect the game to launch, you have to do something to fix it. It's the same with the squeeze proxy, really. It's not like you go, I really didn't expect that at all.
Yeah.
Might just be me. Sorry. The following trick is easy.
Please don't say that.
Following trick is impossible. Hope
Yeah,
that's better.
this is more reasonable. People who know me know that this is my least favorite level. And I prefer not to do it casually in this run. But we'll see.
The arc nemesis.
Yes. Close. Okay, so this is only a jump and a glide and a hover at the end. It's one of these levels where the devs thought we couldn't reach the end by just flying, but they were wrong, unfortunately. Oh god. One more try, then I have to do it casually.
0 lives.
Yes, it's... I prefer to game over
It's
here
now or never.
than in Evening Lake, because there I need lives. It always looks close, and this is, but it's really precise and annoying. But yeah, and nobody knows exactly how much time it saves because the level is so long that nobody would even think of doing it casually. Everyone does the trick, but it's really, really annoying, at least for me. So well, yeah, Icy Peak is not fun. The problem is, I'm not sure how much the lag is on a different console, but as I said, I'm on PSTV.
Like the input lag, you mean? Or
Yeah. And there's some really, really bad lag in this level. Thanks. Okay. Okay, at least it exploded this time. Didn't do it in practice for whatever reason. Okay.
Yeah, they usually need the cannons to break the ice
Yeah.
wall blocks, but
But there's TNT lying around.
Yeah.
Why shouldn't I use it?
suffices. Really.
Okay, and this is the second homework. Done. When I'm done with the final boss.
Do we have time for another donation?
Yes.
We've got $5 from Anonymous saying, "Take my money because I love Grisoo." Just kidding. Nice run, Becky. And we've got another $5 from Anonymous again saying, "Got Spooky Swamp entry. Rest of the run is easy." Laughing emote. Well, that was a bit too early to say, but it's fine. It's fine. You can totally do it. We all love you. Chat loves you. Chat, show some love. Come on. Come on.
Okay, so a nice little thing about Spyro 3 in general, and especially any percent, is there's adapted difficulty. And in any percent, we actually got easy mode Spike, which means we only have to hit him twice per phase. So he takes 6 hits instead of 9.
Right, and that's because we have fewer eggs than we're supposed to. Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the easy explanation. There's also, there's also something I only understand, like, kind of, because there are certain eggs that trigger difficult mode and some don't, but it's really random. Yeah, people try to figure out which eggs causes hard mode. But yeah, the eggs we collect for any percent still let us do this fight in any percent, in easy mode.
Keep it simple, yeah.
Yes. But after this, we are not in easy mode anymore. Also, what is collision? I'm running in the 1.0 version where the boundaries are optional. And
Kind of obvious, really.
Yeah.
Yes, nice.
Yes. God. So the thing with this entry is not only that you can't see it, but there's actually a second portal right next to it, which you have to dodge, and it's a speedway portal. It's completely useless, so you definitely don't want to enter it. And the other option is you die. So yes, getting into this is the best thing that could have happened here. Bentley is a very long and annoying level, mostly because Bentley is slow. And yes, we have to escort someone. It's our little brother. It's Bartholomew. Bartholomew?
Can I talk about some other incentives coming up very soon?
Sure.
So we've got 2 The Legend of Zelda games coming up in about an hour. And for both of them, we have characters name choice. So for Majora's Mask, there are currently 2 options. It's Banana and Demon, with Demon being in the lead. But if you are a banana lover, no pun intended, or a demon lover, no religious connections intended, you can change that or make it stay the same. I don't know, or just offer your own option. It's also fine. And for Zelda, The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword, we have only one option, which is SSHD, please. But you can make up your own. Just donate, and it will be great.
All right. So this was the last different character we play. And we didn't have to pay for anyone. Yay! We don't give moneybags money. We just don't. This is the only level where we get a different ability. We get the ice breath. Oh. If I have to do it twice, then it already doesn't save time anymore. But I want to do it for swag. Okay. You're actually supposed to melt the ice wall.
The giant laser.
Yeah, with a laser. But I prefer to do it this way. Oh, okay. This level is completely unintended platforming, which makes it a really fun level, even in other categories, because you just do a lot of unintended fun things. Also, yay, here's a snowman. An evil snowman that we just fly over.
Yeah, so we really went the opposite direction of what you're supposed to do. It's fine.
And now he opens the door for us to make the circle. All of the levels are circular, but the end of level is usually out of reach. So we can do the out of bounds here again for the other level. Oops. So compared to Bentley, this is really, really easy because you know exactly where the portal is, you can see it, and then you only have to fly under it. I have to do the level normally. So if you want to read a donation, now is a good time. Because there is a trick you can do. It's a proxy you can do on a Firefly. It saves 35 seconds, which is a lot in any percent. The problem is, obviously the hitbox of a Firefly is really, really small, so it's difficult to hit it. It's like, look at this is a Firefly. And so yeah, if you're not really good at this, it doesn't cost you time to go for it. Even if you death abuse once, you only lose 15 seconds. It's still worth going for it, but only if you are comfortable enough. And not, like, I wouldn't do it because I would not go anywhere with it, so nope. Also remember Handel and Greta from Spyro 2, from Luck Office Run? Yes, these are the NPCs that return in Spyro 3, on a different mission now. But they're still there, still the same children. They didn't grow in 1 year. Who would have guessed?
While we're waiting for some new shiny donations, let me just remind you that all of them go to Save the Children, an international non-governmental organization that helps to provide children with a better future and better education. And for this very good cause, every dollar counts. $1 can provide 4 children with treatment against pneumonia, which is a very serious and often deadly disease. So if you'd like to help us and help this really, really great organization, please consider donating. And thank you. Thank you for all the donations coming up.
Okay, so this is another escort mission. We escort Ed, Crazy Ed, to the end of the level. Okay, doesn't matter. Have to take damage at the end anyway. I got an extra life in Bentley, only for this, in case I need more tries for this. I'm trying to get it, then I explain why I'm doing it. That was too late. Okay, that's a reference. Okay.
It was only frame perfect.
Yeah.
No need to applaud.
So what it was, I'm now in a state we call zombie mode. It's an instant swim in air because it locks us in the state we leave the level. I died and also left the level at the same time. And because there's some kind of desync between the game realizing I'm dead and leaving the level, I'm in this kind of limbo state. So I'm on zombie and I'm still in zombie mode. This is important. So the next thing I do is I have to death abuse here. You can actually finish this level in zombie mode because at the end there's a cutscene that for whatever reason clears this mode. But it also requires a proxy that I can't do. So I have to clear zombie first and then I can use the power-up in the next room. Also, walls are optional, as you might know. So now I can pick this up. And there's also a whirlwind at the end of this level, which I also couldn't use in zombie mode. And I don't want to get myself trapped in a room. Oh, that was close. Okay.
Oh,
Spyro looks like the princess. Thumb is pink. So this was all of Evening Lake. The next thing we do is fighting a boss. The most RNG boss. And the one that can be really, really annoying. But we can also blame Bentley for this, because he's the one who is supposed to help us with this fight. So to be able to attack Scorch, we get either green or red rockets. And the problem is, oh, it's red, nice. The problem is you get 50 red rockets, but if you get a green one, you only have one. And they deal the same damage. So every time you collect a green rocket, you lose like 15 seconds by default. And there's nothing you can do about it, it's just RNG. It's also RNG which attacks Scorch does. The funny thing is that the green rockets were supposed to do double damage, but they simply don't. Even in the official Spyro guide, it says they deal double damage, but we know it's wrong. So it's kind of funny. It's Buzz. No, it's not Buzz. Okay. I didn't see it.
Even when the devs were asked, they didn't know that double damage is not a thing.
Yeah. They were like, they're not, and we were like, nope. Okay.
Oh, nice fight.
The rocket RNG was good. Scorch can also spawn Buzz. He only takes one hit, but it still would be kind of annoying. Also, yeah, I don't know if anyone's interested in the story, but we're rescuing the world. That's the story.
Has to suffice, yeah.
Yeah.
Spyro, I know.
It's not really relevant.
Yeah, so this is the last homeworld. Don't need any of the levels. We just need a small, tiny proxy, which is easy, by the way.
Yes. Totally easy. I need to set this up. Okay. So this is high enough, technically, if I can do the backup. Maybe I have to reset up the whole thing. Yes, okay. I'm worse at the backup than the proxy itself. Hammer proxy is what makes our any percent because it lets us skip into the final boss without doing anything.
Yes,
this is high enough. So the final boss area.
Let's go.
The final boss area is behind this mountain, and it just bleeds into it. And the loading zone is huge, and this is why we can get access to it from the mountain. And yeah, Hammer proxy is technically just another squeeze proxy, but it's super annoying, and you have to do it, and you have to learn it to do runs. And it took me forever, and I'm so glad that I'm able to do this in a decent amount of time now.
I mean, second try is really good.
Yeah. Okay, so I have to be honest for this fight. For a long time we thought this was purely RNG. Until last year, when Jeremy Thompson decided to figure out if there are patterns. And he pulled like 50 hours into trying patterns, and he found all of them. So it's almost no RNG. You know where there are patterns for where the
balloons?
Yeah, the balloons are with the cannons, where the cannons spawn. You can force drops for some of the vehicles, and ideally you skip the last phase completely. Like you finish with the tank. I will not finish with the tank. I will get a UFO at the end. Also, if you think this music is kind of off, it is. It's not the boss music. The right music, like not the homework music from Sunrise, the actual boss music is on the disc, which I don't have, but you know. Like in this version, it is actually there, but it simply doesn't get played because Spyro 3 was kind of rushed, and they didn't have the time to test all the music and stuff. And so we have to deal with this music. There's the one more. Oh.
Shame.
The good thing is we get sheep whenever we get sparks to green. The UFOs have unlimited missiles, but if you get thrown off, then it's bad. Okay, one more hit, get ready on time. time. Okay. So this went way better than I expected. I was so scared. Thanks for everyone who supported me in this long way. Thank you all. And I go back to moderating Czech next time.
So that was Becky Chan with Spyro Year of the Dragon on PS1. Coming up next is The Messenger by Naylene on PC with 8-bit, no out of bounds category. Stay tuned.